Sumter County, South Carolina. Corporal Pat Wiley embarks on a high-speed chase.
You don't see the danger that's ahead or anything that you're leaving behind you until you look at this tape. And then you see all the danger that was involved in it.
Before today, the driver of this sedan didn't even have a speeding ticket.
We were in and out of traffic, pushing both vehicles, south and northbound, to the side of the road without slowing down whatsoever.
But what begins as a report of a reckless driver suddenly becomes a 100-mile-an-hour game of cat and mouse.
On your mind is to stop this vehicle before he poses any other danger to any other person on the roadway or property. And that was my intent, to stop that vehicle.
He almost 1050 for 3 vehicles.
It's clear this crazed driver has no intention of stopping. But in a stroke of luck for officers, he makes a costly move.
We were doing approximately 120 miles an hour when he took his hands off the wheel.
Appears to be a white male. He's putting his hands up in the air like he don't know what's going on.
At that time, I knew that this man was not in the right frame of mind. He definitely was not in the right frame of mind.
This reckless act causes the suspect's car to spin out of control.
Base, he's 1050. He's 1050. Negative, base back on the road.
I don't know if he was a professional driver or not, or if it was just pure luck.
Miraculously, the driver recovers and races toward the small town of Manning. But his luck is about to run out.
124 copy, this is advised. We're heading into Manning.
He was headed straight down Main Street, which goes through our center of town, the courthouse and all the stores, residential areas.
Careening through the quiet downtown streets, he finds himself trapped. Desperate, he tries to cut through a gas station.
He's crashing to the next line in the gas tank.
The main gas line below could explode at any moment, but the driver makes no attempt to surrender.
He's still inside.
All the doors were locked. He was clenching the steering wheel and looking straight out the windshield, not even noticing us at all.
In the background, just 50 yards from the flaming gas pumps, innocent children are rushed from a daycare center.
When I looked over and saw children running from the daycare, that's when I made a decision to pull back and set up a perimeter to make sure the safety of the public was the main issue.
Then, in an amazing act of courage, a sheriff's deputy braves explosions and pushes the driver off the pumps to safety.
Hey, Manning. Still in the vehicle. Gas tank's on fire.
And I noticed that he was getting ready to take off again, and I took off around the other side of the gas station, and seeing that he was stopped, the deputy had him at gunpoint.
Despite orders from the officers to exit the vehicle, the driver refuses and instead turns up the volume on his car stereo.
Give me your hand! I got his hand! I got his hand! Get up!
When I entered the vehicle through the window that we broke out, his driver's window was half down, and you could hear classical music coming from the vehicle.
As the music blares and emergency units fight the inferno, police are faced with yet another challenge.
He would not loosen his grip from the steering wheel. His knuckles were white. That's how much of a grip he had on the steering wheel.
The metal on the car is so hot, it singes the officers' hands. But they're finally able to break the driver free.
As we extracted him from the vehicle, we were ducking because the gas pumps were exploded. We drug him to safety in front of the vehicle and placed him under arrest. He refused to be seen by a doctor. He stated several times that God made him do this, and that he would save my life along with the other officer's life if we just take off the handcuffs, in which of course I refused.
Despite the driver's violent actions, no one was killed or injured during the pursuit.